Supercharged Breaker has released more of their special art rares as well as art rare cards, which can only mean that these cards are also going to be included in Surging Sparks. So let's have a quick look at some of these new cards that will be released. So the first one here is Execute. We're going to fly through some of these art rares together today. And again, this one is going to be included in our Surging Sparks set. It is a really nice card. I know we've touched on this one earlier in the year, but since we're looking at what we're getting with Surging Sparks, we might as well add some of these cards that we've looked at already, as this is actually a really nice card. I mean, you look at him, he's playing on the basketball court or whatnot. You've got all these different accessories. You've got a tennis racket, you've got a skateboard here. It's actually a really nice card, and I have no idea what the price is going to be on this one, but it's probably going to be one of the low to mid art rare cards, or illustration rares as we call it in the English series. But overall, it's a really nice card, and I like that they've included it in this set. The next one we're going to look at here is Castform, which is an amazing card. I just love all the colors and what's going on here. And you've got all the different types of Castforms, right? You've got the water one, you've got the ice one, you've got the sun one over here, the fire one, that is. It's just beautiful and it's well done. And I think this one is going to be at least it's going to be one of my chase cards. I don't know if it'll be a chase card in the set, because again, the cards in this set or series is all about the Pikachu and the dragon type Pokemon, that is. But Castform over here is really shining here with its beautiful colors. But with this one, it's probably going to still be one of the mid to low cards, and you probably get this for anywhere from $5 to $20 once it does launch. We'll see what happens here again. So that is the art rare for Castform. Next up is Feebas, and I really like these water Pokemon and what they've done with their artworks. A lot of times now you're going to see them underwater in their terrain, that is, and just doing their thing. Here you see Feebas just in some viney area of the water here. It looks really cool. It looks like those are lily pads, that is, above his head, but it's just really well done. And again, as I mentioned, I really like what they do with the water Pokemon. That's with the Horsey from the other set, Shroud of Fable, I think it was, and then you had Blastoise from the 151. Again, very well done. I just like the concept. And with water Pokemon, it's like a cheat. You can get away with doing that because pretty much all of them, you can put them underwater and it just makes it magnificent. It gives you a different look as well, because a lot of times you're seeing these Pokemon above land. Here we go. Now we're looking at Pokemon underwater, and this is a really nice card as well. The next one we're looking at is Latios here. Of course, we've talked about this card many times already, and it's going to be one of the chase, in my opinion, this is going to be one of the chase cards from this set. It's got to be one of the chase cards. Latios as well as Latias, I mean, they go really well together, the two cards, when you put them together. It's supposed to be like that, right? They've made the cards so that they kind of put them together. But I believe Latias gets the special illustration rare and Latios only gets just the regular illustration rare, which is interesting that they did that. But anyways, the two cards go really well together, and if you're going to get one, as I mentioned, you got to get the other one. It's a beautiful card, and I know we talked about this card already, but because it's one of the heavy hitters, we gotta quickly look at it again. And here is one that we haven't looked at yet, Mesprit, which is also going to be released, a part of both Surging Sparks as well as Supercharged Breaker. This is a really nice card. I like that they've included it. I wish they included the other ones as well, but you know what? It's a good starting point here. I like the colors of this one as well. It looks like he's just kind of flying through the sky, and sunset over there, and you get these beautiful colors here, the rainbowish kind of look here. It's a really nice card, and I actually will definitely be looking to collect this one for my collection as well. Another one here is Alolan Dugtrio. I'm a huge fan of Dugtrio, just of course from a Gen 1 perspective, and I actually used to use them a lot when I used to play the video game, and Dugtrio appears to be making an appearance as well. It looks like it's a promo card in the Japanese set. I'm not too sure how it will come out in the English version, whether it's going to be a part of the set or it's going to be a promo as well. The point is that it's going to be included one way or another, and this is a really nice card as well. Looks like he's just on an island doing his thing, hanging out there. Got the clouds in the background there. Beautiful colors again. These illustration rares are just so well done now, and I think Pokemon has really turned it around with Scarlet and Violet now. The previous cards haven't been too great in some of the earlier sets, but now it looks like they've really started to put that, you know, pedal on the metal, as they'd say, and start putting these beautiful artworks together. I really like this Dugtrio, and I'm definitely going to get it for my collection. Next up is Skarmory. Of course, we've touched on this bad boy before. This is a must-have. This is a beautiful card as well. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just really cool. It looks like, you know, they're driving through some sort of desert terrain, or they're on like a road trip of some sort, and Skarmory just decided to land on top of the vehicles here. It is a very beautiful card. This one looks like more of a mid to higher one, I would say, from a price point. I think it might be a mid card, not one of the lower ones, that is, but Skarmory is a beautiful card as well. Next up, we have Bravery, another beautiful card. Looks like he's just, I don't know if he's hanging out on a branch or he's flying or whatever it is, but this is a really nice card as well. It looks like the sun in the background there. Another beautiful illustration rare here. Again, this set has so many illustration rares. I believe it's 23, and they've only released about half of them. It's crazy. So we still have more illustration rares to come here with this set. But we've looked at this card before, but it's not a bad idea to relook at some of these because they are really, really nice looking. So Bravery here is another illustration rare that's going to be making our Surging Sparks set. We're not going to be touching on every single illustration rare that is today, but we've touched on the majority of them. And now we're going to be looking at some of the special illustration rares. And here is another one that is new to the game, Milotech EX. This is a stunner. Again, the water concept. This time he's like half in the water, half outside of the water. This is a beautiful SIR, as they call it in the Japanese world, and a beautiful special illustration rare that's going to be making our English set, and it's a must-have, at least for me so far, from the special illustration rare category, because I'm not too excited about what the special illustration rare cards are so far with this set. There's only been about 5 or 6 of them that are released, but this is one that I definitely want to get. And now is the heavy hitter Pikachu EX special art rare or special illustration rare. This is the big talk of town today. This is the Pikachu that everyone is probably going to want to get, and is the one that everyone's been waiting to see and what it's going to look like. In my honest opinion, it is a mid card. It's nothing special, nothing too special, that is, and maybe some of you are going to hate me for saying that, but the card is just mid. I'm not hating on it. I don't think it's a bad card. I think the expectations were way too high with what we wanted to have with this card, and they kind of just threw this at us. And that's pretty much what it is. So just Pikachu in some sort of grassy terrain, turning and looking back at us with his Terra crown on, of course, that is. And that's pretty much it. We'll see how it does. I think this is going to be one of the chase cards. This one, of course, with the Latios and the Latios as well. I don't know. I don't know if it will be the heavy hitter or not. Maybe the Latios or the Latios will take those spots over the Pikachu. I think Pikachu will be a top 5 in this set. I don't know if it will be number 1 though. Overall, it's a mid card. It's not bad. It's not good, but I think my expectations were a little bit higher for this card with all the news and the excitement and whatnot, and I think that's kind of what's killed it for me, and may be the same for a lot of you other folks out there that were really waiting to see what this Pokemon card was going to look like, this Pikachu card. And for me, it's mid, and that's all I can say about it. But we'll see how it does. And yes, I will definitely want to collect it as well. Of course, it's a Pikachu card. We can't go wrong with that. And of course, Latios, and this is the one I was talking about here. So Latios, I feel, will do better than the Pikachu. It will do better than the Pikachu. And I could be totally wrong with this. Of course, this is just my opinion on it. It's a nicer card. I like him flying over the city. I feel like they put a little bit more effort. They put a little bit more effort in the Latios here, as well as the Latios, and the combination of the two. And again, it is a dragon set, so it makes sense that the dragon Pokemon would get a little bit more of a bump with this set. But why add Pikachu into it then, right? I mean, that's that's my other take on it. Like, if you were gonna make a focus on just the dragon Pokemon, then we shouldn't have added Pikachu to the mix of this, and maybe give Pikachu its own set. And that goes into the next thing that I want to talk about quickly here is, you know, having the dragon Pokemon and Pikachu, I feel like it was Pokemon just kind of smashing too many things together to get something out of it, and I don't agree with it 100%. And again, maybe you guys will have your own opinion and disagree with what I'm saying here, but I think Pikachu's set should have been separate from the dragon set that they're coming out weird, because again, these cards are from Paradise Dragono, the other cards are from Supercharged Breaker, and we've just kind of meshed it together and come out with a set. I don't think that was a super great idea, but it is what it is. That's what it's going to be like. I think they should have just made them 2 separate sets. But Latios, in my opinion, is probably going to be one of the chase cards from Surging Sparks. So the next one here is Arcaludon EX. So this one is an interesting one. It gets an SIR as well. I don't know what to say about this one. It looks very interesting. I like the colors, I'm not gonna lie, the blue and the electric thing going on here. It's definitely an interesting card. I don't know how well it will do. I feel like this one is going to be one of the mid cards as well, the mid SIRs here. We'll see what happens. I could be totally wrong with this one. But again, for me, it's not my number 1 card from this set so far. Of course, we have Alolan Executor EX here, Terra Alolan EX Executor. This is a beautiful card as well. I like the colors, again, as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos. It's a beautiful card, and I definitely would love to get this one as well. And we have spent a bit of time talking about this card already, so I won't spend too much time on it, but just to showcase everyone again, this is a part of both the English and the Japanese set here. It's a beautiful card, Alolan Executor EX. And the last card we're going to look at here is, let's say this is going to be the Chase Waifu card of both the English and the Japanese sets here. It is a beautiful card, and I don't know how well it will do from the English set. I know that the Japanese one is really doing well. I believe the Canadian price equivalent is about 250 CAD for this beautiful card, and it's going to be definitely in our Surging Sparks set. So that is a quick update on what's going on with Surging Sparks. We've seen quite a few new cards added to the mix, and we still have quite a few more cards that need to be added because we've only looked at about 12 or 13 illustration rares, and there should be about 23 of them. And we've only looked at about 5 or 6 special illustration rares, and there should be about 11 of them in this set. So we've still got quite a few more releases to come before this comes out in November. So far, it's not too bad. I'm loving the Latias and the Latios. The Pikachu is kind of mid. I believe I was a little bit overexcited for it, and my expectations were a little bit through the roof, and I don't think they've been met. Let me know in the comments section below what your thoughts are on these cards, especially that Pikachu card, and if you think it's a mid card or if you think it's a great card, let me know as well. I could potentially be completely wrong with this, and a lot of people love it. I personally think it's just mid. And if you guys like this content, if you've gotten this far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, you guys are the greatest. My name's TRV, and we'll see you next time.